I've been in the market for my first mobile game cam. On a property I've hunted for the past several years, the landowner has been running convergent and wireless cams. They're several years old, but top-of-the-line models when they were first released. I ran over to Cabela's to see what model they had in store. I had heard about the Tacticams, but with mixed results. I also read about the SpyPoint, but I was really unsure of which phone plan that it worked with. I found some budget wireless cams around $100, so I took their picture and went home and did some research. I could only find one review of the Bushnell CelluCORE. The simplicity of this cam is what I like most, plus the option to return to Cabela's after 60 days is an awesome option. When I got home, I tested the camera. It really is idiot-proof. You turn it on, wait for the green lights to come on, and you're ready to go. You control the features of the camera through the app. It has all the features that you would expect: name for the camera, trigger control or how many pictures you want to take, the resolution, flash mode, video length, video resolution, motion sensitivity, work mode, communication frequency or how often you want to receive pictures. The delay interval was a little bit odd. You can't quickly scroll down to the time you want. You have to wait for it to change or it would automatically flash back to the 5-second mode. I set the camera up at home for the next 24 hours. I've always been curious at what my dog does when I'm away. Here are the first few pictures of my dog and me on the couch. I'm literally learning how to manage the app and all the options here on the camera. I got to the property the next afternoon and set up the game camera around 5:30. I put up a new feeder in an area I know that hogs frequently travel. 3 hours later, around 8:45, this group of piglets showed up. They fed around the corn for the next 10 minutes. They returned 2 days later for about 2 hours. A group of raccoons showed up around 4 a.m. and they stuck around for about an hour. I moved the camera to another location on the property. The feeder is about 40 yards away. What is interesting about this move was the combination of high grass and high winds. It gave me a lot of false pictures at first. I adjusted the camera to its lowest motion setting and I was still receiving a lot of false images. I then adjusted the time to 5-minute intervals. Later that same night, the wind died down a bit. The camera did a good job of catching this raccoon a hog, even in the moderate wind. The next morning, this small group of piglets showed up in the high winds and stuck around for the next 2 hours. After seeing a lot of tracks, I decided to put a feeder back up to the original spot where I had the camera. If you don't think Texas has hog problems, I literally set this camera up at 7:18. The hog showed up 30 minutes later at 7:50. For the rest of the day, they hammered the corn. Later that evening, the camera caught a picture of this coyote pup, and the same group of hogs returned again. They got word to their fellow hog buddies, and they remained in this area forever. I'm going to fast forward to my favorite picture that tests this camera's nighttime ability. I shot a sow earlier that day, and these little piglets were part of that sow. These little piglets are less than 25 pounds and in high grass running at 50 yards, yet the camera was able to catch them moving through the high grass. I've got close to 700 pictures of hogs, varmints, coyotes, and deer that I won't bore you with, but here's my first 20-day review. On the positive side, it's cheap. It's ridiculously easy to set up. Image is clear, both day and night. Good trigger control. Hardly had any false images. The upload time on this property was 30 seconds to 1 minute. The battery life is absolutely incredible. After 20 days, I'm still reading at 100%, and I'm using cheap Amazon batteries and not the suggested energized lithium batteries. I only have 2 negatives, but one of them is a big one. There's not a combined price if you buy more than one Bushnell camera at the time. The current price for 2,000 pictures is $10 or $15 for unlimited pictures and videos a month. The app is not the most intuitive, but once you figure it out, it's very simple to use. A few things that are just going to need more time to test. The housing seems sturdy for now, but it just needs more time and different weather elements to give an honest review. It currently seems ant-proof. This is really important in the South, where fire ants are a major issue around batteries. The sealing and rubber coating seems well engineered, but it needs more time. The battery mount is my biggest red flag. It is only held by a small metal tab and gravity. Only time will tell. I really do want to get another 1 or 2 of these cameras for different properties that I hunt, but I'm not ready to commit to $30 to $45 a month. Hopefully Bushnell will develop a combo account. I'll do another review after general season is over in about 6 months. If you are interested, I may upload my weekly favorite pictures that you can subscribe to. Just comment below and let me know. Going to drop a boar that keeps sticking his nose in the wrong place. I'm going to be breaking out my precision 6.5 Creedmoor using the cutting edge 125 grain Maximus bullet. So until then, stay tuned for my next adventure.